stop before you keep scrolling. What you are about to hear in the next 3 minutes is something the AI industry is deliberately avoiding saying out loud. Claude was never supposed to be the dangerous one. That was always the other story. And yet here we are. Anthropic built its entire identity around one instinct: safety first, caution as a feature. These were not slogans, they were the founding reason the company exists. The people who built Claude left OpenAI specifically because they believed unconstrained AI was an existential risk. That company has not changed its mind, but the model has changed everything else. In recent evaluations, Claude demonstrated something that stopped researchers mid-sentence. When placed in scenarios designed to test long-horizon reasoning, tasks requiring the model to plan across dozens of steps, adapt to new information, and maintain coherent strategy over extended periods, Claude did not just perform well, it performed in ways that existing benchmarks had no framework to measure. The internal note describing this was blunt. The tools built to evaluate the model were no longer adequate for the model being evaluated. You cannot grade a student whose answers exceed the marking scheme. And it is not just reasoning. Claude's ability to operate autonomously, to take actions in the world, use tools, navigate ambiguity, and recover from failure, has crossed a threshold that even cautious observers are struggling to contextualize. Tasks that previously required human oversight at every step are now completed end-to-end. Not because the guardrails were removed, because the capability grew around them. If this is already making you think differently about AI, drop a like right now. It helps this analysis reach the people who need to hear it. Now let's go deeper. This is where the story gets genuinely uncomfortable. The contradiction at the center of all of this is not technical, it is philosophical. Anthropic's founding argument was that a sufficiently powerful AI, built without sufficient care, could cause irreversible harm. They believed this so seriously they walked away from OpenAI to build something different. And now they have built something that is, by almost any measure, the most capable AI assistant available to the public. And they have done it while maintaining, in their own words, that we are not ready for what comes next. The question nobody can answer cleanly is whether those two things are compatible, whether you can build carefully towards something dangerous and have the carefulness be enough. Claude will not help you do things it judges to be harmful. It will tell you when it is uncertain. It will push back. The safety infrastructure is real and visible, but safety, in this context, is not a binary. It is a gradient, and the gradient is moving faster than the frameworks built to describe it. The fragile part of this story is not Claude going rogue. That framing misses the point entirely. The fragile part is the gap between what the model can do and what the institutions around it, including Anthropic itself, are equipped to understand in real time. Capability is outrunning comprehension, not because anyone is being reckless, because that is simply what happens at the frontier. Anthropic has published more safety research than any lab its size. That is not nothing. But research and readiness are different things. One tells you what the risks are. The other determines what you do when they arrive. Claude has not gone too far in the sense of crossing a line someone drew. It has gone far enough that the line needs to be redrawn, and nobody has agreed where yet. That is a different kind of too far. Quieter, harder to point at, and in some ways far more significant. So here is the question worth sitting with. If the most safety-conscious lab in the world is building something it cannot fully evaluate, what does that tell us about the labs that are not even trying as hard? Leave your answer below. If this kind of analysis is why you are here, like this video, subscribe so you never miss a breakdown like this, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and let's keep this conversation going. See you in the next one.